We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living.
Hello and welcome to another episode of my channel. Today I'm gonna introduce you to my lovely cats. Here we have Aton. He is the brother of Venus, so he's a male. He's still sleepy. Oh, yeah, he's so sweet and he loves to sleep beside me under my bed cover. He always asks to come with me under the cover, and he loves to cuddle, and he sometimes gets very annoying if he wants to cuddle. And here we have Venus, his sister, and yeah, she's really stubborn. If you see all the scratches at my wallpaper, that's most of her work. I'm thinking about removing all the wallpaper in this room and just paint the walls and decorate it. And yeah, her favorite spot to sleep is on my legs. She doesn't like to join me under my cover. So yeah, but she's also very sweet, and she's very attached to me. It feels like she wants to cuddle all day with me. And that's sometimes get me annoyed when she wants to cuddle while I'm busy. Every time when I'm doing something, she wants to cuddle. Or just like a few minutes ago, I was eating dinner, and then she wants to cuddle, and she was sitting in front of me and watching me eat and waiting. Now she's cleaning herself, and Aton is still really sleepy. Such a sleepy boy. He looks so mad when he's still sleepy. My cats are sleepy right now because the whole weekend they were staying awake really long. They were playing around because when I'm cleaning my apartment, they're so curious and they're watching me cleaning it. And yesterday I was cleaning my windows, and they were so curious and they really want to jump. It feels like they want to jump out of the window, so I had to look after them while cleaning the windows. And yeah, that's why they were staying awake so long yesterday, and also today. They're not used to staying awake so long because when I'm working, I don't have any playtime, or I'm just sitting at work, and then they get bored. They don't have any interesting things to watch while I'm doing, and yeah, that's why they sleep most of the time when I'm working. And so weekend is fun for them because I'm doing a lot here in the apartment, and yeah, they're awake and playing around and running around and following me everywhere I go. And yeah, now they're sleepy. They even have their own Instagram account. It's Venus_and_Aton. So Venus is like the planet, and Aton is Aton. And yeah, I named them after Venus, the goddess of beauty and love, and Aton, the Egyptian sun god. And yeah, and they're a mix of British Shorthair and Maine Coon. And yeah, that's how they look like, a mixture. And yeah, it was actually, I don't really like cats. I always had dogs before, and yeah, I prefer dogs, but I don't have the time for a dog. I don't have the place for a dog, and yeah, that's why I decided to get cats. Even though I have a big trauma on cats, because I really, one cat scratched off my legs. It was a terrible experience. That's why I never really liked cats, but everybody was getting a cat, so I was like, okay, I'm moving to this new apartment, I'm alone, and I want a pet. And since I cannot get a dog because I don't have the time for a dog, I just looked on the internet where to get a cat, and then I got into eBay and I found this picture of Venus when they were still a baby, with the black cat with the blue eyes. Yeah, well, they're not blue anymore, but there was also Aton beside her, and yeah, I just messaged the owner and I asked if Venus is still available, and he said she's already reserved. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna get because I fell in love with Venus, so I at the first place I want to get Venus only, but she was reserved. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to work anyway, she would be alone, I'm gonna get her brother too. And then I told him, okay, I'm gonna get Venus, and if I get Venus, I'm going to take the brother also. And then he said, okay, I'm going to talk with the one who reserved Venus. And then he messaged me if I really want to get both of them, and I said yes, so that she's not alone in the apartment, and she has a playmate. And yeah, and that's how it went. I get both of them, and a few days later I could visit him and see the cats, and I made my down payment for them so that they're really reserved for me. And yeah, and I got Venus on my arms, but she was shy and scared and she wanted to get off. And yeah, and then when they turned 12 weeks old, I picked them up, and my apartment was almost done by that time. My dad still had to fix something at the living room, but it was done within the day. And yeah, and I went to my dad, and then we both picked them up, and they want to get out of that cat box, but then they fell asleep. And yeah, and then I just, on the first day, I just let them walk and see, let them walk around the apartment to see everything. I didn't bother them at first. I had their cat's toilet prepared. I placed already food for them when we arrived, and they were just roaming around, exploring everything. And then I took some snacks, and then they approached me immediately. It didn't take long when they came to me and let me hold them. And it was also on the first day when they started to play with me and my dad. And yeah, and even during the first night, Aton was sleeping by my feet. They were close to me. They didn't sleep in their pillows. And yeah, I really got their heart on the first day. And yeah, they're so lovely. And when I had to leave for a weekend, it feels like, oh no, I don't want to go. I'm not with my cats. And Yeah, and every time I come home, they're already waiting at the door. It feels like they're just waiting for me. They're doing nothing, just waiting at the door, or they hear that I open the door and then they approach immediately the door. And yeah, they're really sweet, and they are actually my alarm clock because when they know at what time around I wake up, and they get hungry at the time. So they in the morning they wake me up, they cuddle first, and then they show signs that they want to eat. But I don't feed them immediately. I focus on myself first, going to the bathroom, doing my stuff, and then making coffee, and then I'm going to feed them. But they're just waiting in the kitchen and just watching me, or even when I'm in the bathroom, they're also there. They're just watching me and just waiting, but they're not really aggressive when it comes to food because they have their times when I feed them. And one thing that happened this week to me, it happened on Friday, and I'm so happy. I'm officially a Tita. So I am an auntie or Tante in German. And yeah, my sister gave birth to her first child, and yeah, I'm so excited to see the baby. I currently don't know the gender, and yeah, she's going to announce it later on because she just got out of the hospital, and she wants to tell her in-laws and then tell it to everybody, and that's why I wasn't allowed to know the gender. And yeah, but I'm so happy for her, and I'm also happy for my mom. She's finally a Lola. And yeah, we're all so happy because yeah, a newborn is always a blessing in somebody's life. Me, I don't have any children, but I have my cats, and I don't know if I'm still going to get children. I haven't found the right one for me. I'm not looking anyway for anyone. If I'm meant to have children, it will still happen, but I'm not thinking about it. I would like to have children, but I'm not focusing on it because I still have so many plans. But if I meet my soulmate, he's going to come at the right time. I'm gonna meet him unexpectedly. It will happen all unexpectedly, I'm sure of it. So that's why I'm not focusing on anyone. I'm not on any dating apps or something. And yeah, but there are some guys who wants to meet me, but yeah, I'm not going on dates with them because it doesn't feel right. And I've realized that in my past, that if I go on a date and I feel like canceling the date just before I'm about to leave for the date, then it usually doesn't feel right. And yeah, and that's when it always turn out not good. And if I'm feeling excited about a date, it happens to be that we get into a relationship. But if it doesn't feel right, then it's not gonna work out. There's no relationship involved. That's why I don't go on dates with these guys, because it doesn't feel right for me. Maybe not at this moment, maybe in the future, but I only go on dates when it feels right for me. So yeah, no babies for me for the meantime. So this week there wasn't a lot of stuff that were happening in my life. Yeah, but I was on Manifestations Babes 5-day lives on Instagram, the breakthrough to abundance. And yeah, it was fun because I'm not joining any of her courses, so it was nice to see that she was doing something for free, so that we get an insight of what we could get if we joined the MBA, that's her course, and I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase it, but I got inspired to do the 1-year challenge which she did in 2016-2017. I also listened to her podcast today on what made her decide to do the 1-year experiment on manifestation. And yeah, I'm still on the book of breaking the habit of being yourself, and yeah, I am almost in the last part. So I decided instead of reading it, I'm going to listen to the podcast so that I can do it while I'm cooking, or if I'm taking a shower, or whatever I am doing, I can still listen to it and finally finish and start doing. And yeah, and that is going to involve also my 1-year experiment. So I'm going to change the habit of being myself. I'm gonna be a really new person. I already know where I want to go, how I want to be, what I want to be, and what I'm going to do. So I already put out a plan for the next weeks. I've already posted it on my cabinet, and so that I have a checklist, because it's really difficult to change one bad habit into another good habit. And that's why I'm making lists so that I can check, okay, have I done it, and then I have already put time to reflect on myself, on my thoughts, because it's really important to have those positive thoughts so that we can manifest the things that we want, because if we have negative thoughts, of course we're going to attract it. And yeah, that's my focus. I'm going to start on March 1 for 1 year my manifestation experiment, and I'm starting to live as if it's already happening, the life that I want to be. And I'm going to do it for 1 year, as Manifestation Babe said. She didn't see the results in the first 6 months, and so I know that it won't happen overnight. I know that it might not happen in the next month. It might even happen on the 11th month or on the 12th month. I just need to trust the process and focus. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to start a business sooner or later, and there I also have put already my steps into it, and my plans of what steps I'm going to take. But I'm going to start with the preparation for it already on March 1. And yeah, it will be really difficult because I have so many plans. I am thinking about maybe focusing on one thing at first, but if I focus on one thing, then I feel like I'm not doing enough. That's why I have many other things included that I'm going to do during the day. So that's why I need the checklist to check on if I have done it, and and then I can already put it in the next day, so that I continuously do the steps that I need to do to change myself. And I'm gonna wrap up this blog, and next week I'll be in Bonn, and I'm gonna take you there. So see you next week, and kindly like my video, comment, share, and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram, and I'm also I'll be on TikTok again, so you can also follow me on TikTok. It's the same username. Bye.
We come alive.